Howdy folks, thanks for coming here and checking out this Fallout 76 video. Today we're here to discuss the Alien Blaster, one of the other weapons that you can actually pick up from the Invaders from Beyond event. Now the great thing about this weapon is that you don't necessarily need to pick this weapon up from the Invaders from Beyond event, because you can actually find Alien Blasters in the world. That's right, way back at the launch of this game back in 2018, you could actually find Alien Blasters up in the Toxic Valley. All you need to do was head on up there and head to this location right beside where this little butterfly icon is, and then in this little toxic pond and inside of this safe you'll actually find an Alien Blaster, and then inside of it as well you'll also find a pair of rusted keys. Now the keys will actually send you on a quest to unlock another set of keys that will eventually allow you to unlock TNT Dome 2, and inside of TNT Dome 2 you will find the plans for the fusion modification for this weapon. But I'm going to be straight up and honest about it, don't even waste your time because it is not worth it. It will actually decrease the damage of this weapon compared to the standard modification. I know, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but we'll get into that in a few moments when we take a look at the modifications. But anyway, that's where you can pick one of them up in the world. But when it comes to the other corresponding mods, so the Cryo mod and then also the Poison mod, you can actually get them through the Invaders from Beyond event. So at the top of each hour, every hour, you'll have a chance to actually get the plans through the event itself. Or an easier way is just to trade it with a friend. You can actually trade these plans with a friend, and also as well you can pick it up in player vendors. So there's a few different options. If you don't have time to take part in the event, or you're just not lucky enough to get the plans from the event, there's still other ways to actually pick these up. Now when it comes to the weapon itself, I know in my other previous videos when I talked about the Alien Disintegrator and also as well the Electro Enforcer, I did mention that yeah, they weren't really the best in their category, but they were still very, very powerful. But when it comes to this weapon, this is going to probably shock you a little bit. This weapon is a ton of fun to use. It is very, very powerful. I know, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, the last time I actually used this weapon, it was pretty much the same sort of damage output as a Thirst Sapper. It didn't really do anything, and it was just absolutely pointless and ended up sitting in my stash box. Well, over time, we have received a couple of updates, and I know this is going to come as a shock to many of you. This weapon actually did receive a buff. That's right, this weapon did actually receive a buff compared to a lot of weapons that do actually receive nerfs in this game. But yeah, this actually did receive a buff, but this weapon is a lot of fun to use. As you can see there, we do have a 2-shot plus 50% critical damage minus 25% action point cost Alien Blaster, and then also as well we do have a bloodied variant with the exact same 2-star and 3-star effects, so the plus 50% critical damage and minus 25% action point cost, because we are going to be doing a low health test, and then also as well we are going to be doing a full health test. But today I'm here to show you that there's a few things that you might not have actually known about the Alien Blaster. You'll actually learn it through when we look at the build, and then also as well when we actually take a look at the modifications. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at the modifications, and then we'll actually take a look at the build. So let's pop on in here. So when it comes to the modifications, there are a couple that you can actually pick up. Now we'll start actually off with the attachments. So when it comes to the attachments, you will need to scrap Alien Blasters to learn these. So as I said, you know, get the plan through the event, trade it with a friend, or collect it up there in the Toxic Valley, scrap a load of Alien Blasters, and you'll have a chance of getting the attachments. When it comes to the barrels, there's two. There's the long barrel and the short barrel. When it comes to the long barrel, it will increase your range, but it will decrease your VATS accuracy by 3. But honestly, it is definitely worth it putting on the long barrel, because you will be able to make up the VATS accuracy with some of the other attachments that we'll take a look at. So definitely make sure to pop on the long barrel. When it comes to the grips, there's two. There's the standard, and then there's also the sharpshooter's grip. As you can see there, when it comes to the VATS accuracy and also your AP cost, it will actually be positively reduced when you pop on the sharpshooter's grip. So definitely make sure pop on the sharpshooter's grip. And then lastly, we have the short scope and then also the standard sights. So out of all of these, the short scope is definitely a no-brainer, because as you can see there, the difference is that you will actually make up the sort of VATS accuracy that you lost out on when it comes to the long barrel. So definitely make sure to pop on the short scope, the sharpshooter's grip, and then also as well the long barrel. Then when it comes to the appearance, there is a couple. There's the standard one, there's the untarnished paint, which you can pick up from the Atomic Shop. This is just a skin. And then also as well the Zenith paint, which is actually reward from the Invaders from Beyond event, or again, as I've mentioned before, you can trade the plan for this particular skin, or you can pick it up in player vendors. So there's many different ways to actually get this particular one. So there is 3 at the moment. I'm nearly sure there is only 3, and I don't think there is a 4th one, but yeah, those are the ones that are available when it comes to the appearance. Now, when it comes to the likes of the mags, this is where we need to actually talk about this. So there is a few. There's the cryo mag, there's the fusion mag, there's the poison mag, and then there's the standard mag. Straight up, the poison mag is the best. I'm just going to be honest about it. The poison mag is definitely, in terms of damage output, I've done testing with the cryo mag, I've done with the fusion and the poison and the standard. The poison is definitely the best. As you can see there, it will give us 38 poison damage, 70 energy damage, and then 385 poison damage over time, so over 7 seconds. Then what I'd probably say is coming in at second would be the cryo mag. It will give us 105 energy damage and then 65 cryo damage. Then you have the fusion mag, which will give us 80 energy damage, and then the standard mag will actually give us 102 energy damage. So you're probably wondering, well, why is the fusion mag actually giving us a reduction in damage? Basically, in a nutshell, when this weapon first came out back in 2018 with the launch of the game, there was only 2 modifications, the fusion and the standard. But when it came to the actual alien blaster rounds, you couldn't craft them and you couldn't actually get them as contextual ammo from enemies. That was up until when daily ops came in, and you could actually get it through daily ops, and when I think it was one wasteland for all, when enemies could actually drop contextual ammo for the weapon that you were actually using, you couldn't actually get alien blaster rounds. You could only get a couple when you went to TNT Dome 2, and I think it was only like maybe about 3 or 4 rounds that you could pick up. So unless you server hopped over maybe 5, 6, 7,000 times to actually get the rounds for the alien blasters, the only real way that you could actually modify this weapon, you were forced into actually using the fusion mag, because obviously when it comes to fusion cells, we could always craft them and they were in abundance and we could always get them, so you were kind of forced to use this. But unfortunately, it actually decreased the damage, and what ended up happening is a lot of people, when they got this weapon, they just threw it into their stash box, or they just put it up in their display case and never used it again, which was very, very unfortunate. And this weapon was just very, 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 very underpowerful. It was just not a great weapon to use, and I think, you know, this weapon in itself has always been associated with that it's just not a powerful weapon, so not a lot of people tend to go for it. But you're going to see from the build and the demonstrations that this is a weapon that you're actually going to take out of your stash box. So believe me, you will. It's very, very fun to use. But anyway, when it comes to the mods, definitely the poison mag is the best one to go for. As I've mentioned already, we do have a bloodied variant, and we also have a 2-shot variant. But as I said, there's a few things we actually need to talk about when it comes to the build. So let's take a quick look at the build. Now, when it comes to the build itself, pretty much because it is a pistol, you will need to spec into a gunslinger build. Now, that will mean that you will have to actually sacrifice a few cards in the agility category. So there will be a couple of ones you will need to take out that you maybe normally use, like maybe adrenaline or gun fu, or maybe you just stick it in anyway. But for the most amount of DPS and damage and things like that, you will need to obviously invest into the likes of Master Gunslinger, Gunslinger, and then also Expert Gunslinger to give you that 60% extra damage for your non-automatic pistols. This is a non-automatic pistol, so these will be the cards that you will need to use to actually boost the damage. Also as well, look, if you wanted to, I know with some gunslinger builds, some people tend to maybe just put these in at maybe 2 stars or just 1 star for each of them, so just giving them 30% extra damage, and then they pop in the likes of adrenaline or covert operatives, sneak and things like that, or even gun fu to make up the damage and VATs and things like that. So look, you can modify this whatever way you want to, but just for the likes of DPS and, you know, just to try and maximize the amount of damage, I probably would recommend going with Master Gunslinger, Gunslinger, and then also as well Expert Gunslinger. Now, the few things to know about this weapon that you might not have actually known. So first of all, the science perks will actually work with this weapon. So Science, Science Expert, and Science Master will boost it up by 30%. So you will actually get a damage boost while equipping the science perks. But then also as well, you might have noticed that I do have Demolition Expert on, and also as well Grenadier. That's right, I do have those 2 cards on, because if you didn't know, the Alien Blaster is actually affected by Demolition Expert and also Grenadier. That's right, so what we're going to do is real quick, I'm going to show you here. As you can see there, my bloodied version is giving me 50 poison damage, 91 energy damage, and as I pretty much have here, I've got Demolition Expert on. If I take that off, as you can see, the damage is reduced. So there you go. So the poison damage has gone down to 47, energy damage has gone down to 87, and then if I pop it back on, where has it gone there? So it is max rank, there we go. As you can see, go back in, 50 poison damage and 91 energy damage. And then also as well, Grenadier will actually work with the blast radius on this. Now, compared to the Alien Disintegrator, unfortunately, Demolition Expert doesn't work with that and Grenadier doesn't work with that, but for some reason, the Alien Blaster is actually affected by these cards. So if you want to get a little bit of extra damage, pop on Demolition Expert, and then also as well to increase the blast radius, pop on Grenadier. Now also as well, Tank Killer is a great one because your rifles and pistols will ignore 36% armor, and then also as well, I do have Concentrated Fire in there, so we can actually VATS particular limbs while using VATS. Now other than that, I wouldn't really pay too much heed to the likes of Endurance and Luck, because as I've said this, and I probably sound like a broken record, in December there will be changes to Luck and Endurance with the perk changes that are coming in. So look, if you want to pause the video so you can get an overview of those categories, go ahead and do so if you want to mimic this build right now. But then also as well, look, I do have Bloody Mess to pop up the damage by 15%, better criticals so we can get VATS crits there at plus 100%, and then I have a few other things in there as well, like 4-Leaf Clover, Grim Reaper Sprint, but again they will actually be changing in December as well. Also as well, when it comes to the legendary perks, I'm going to take a quick look at those. With the legendary perks, I've got max rank of legendary luck, I've got max follow through because you will get sneak attack damage on this weapon, legendary strength, agility, intelligence and charisma, just so we can actually pop in more cards into these particular categories. So yeah, there you go. That is that's maybe something that you didn't actually know when it comes to the Alien Blaster. So the actual rounds will actually be affected by Demolition Expert, the science perks, and also as well Grenadier. So there you go, that is the build. You know, pause the video here if you want to, you know, mimic this build pretty much the way I have it, but again, just remember it will be changing in December. Now when it comes to the other legendary effects, I know I did say that I do have a 2-shot and I do have a bloodied. I probably would recommend as well, if you are full health, I would maybe recommend trying to even roll an anti-armor version. Also as well, look, you can use the likes of the explosive legendary effect on this as well, so that will actually help with the damage. But you'll actually see the combination here with the plus 50% critical damage, and then also as well with the perk card that we have on to boost VATS crits. It does work very, very well together with this. So yeah, if you're full health, maybe go with 2-shot, and also as well anti-armor, because 2-shot obviously it will give you an extra projectile, so your damage will be increased. And then look, if you are low health, then I would probably recommend sticking with the bloodied variant, and then also as well maybe even anti-armor and 2-shot as well. But if you can, definitely try and roll at least 2 of them anyway, because you will get a lot of benefit out of, you know, both of these particular rolls. So what we'll do is, folks, we'll go and test these weapons out, and we'll show you exactly why this weapon is a lot of fun to use. So let's hop on over and let's go. Now, here we go down at the pond for the Super Mutant Behemoth, where we always like to go and kill them. So let's go and kill him. This is the bloodied plus 50% critical damage version, just to show you here real quick. That is the plus 50% critical damage, the bloodied. So let's go and shoot him in the face, and let's see how powerful this weapon is. And there you go. Look at that. Now, there's a little bit of server delay there, but look how quick that is. Look how powerful that is. Compared to what this weapon was like back in the day, this thing was just like a pea shooter compared to what it's like now. Look at that. Look how powerful that is. That is so awesome. Alrighty, let's go and test this out over on a Mylar Queen, and let's go and see how she's doing today. So let's go. Now we're down over here at Sunrise Field. We've got a Mylar King. Here we go. He is dead. And then also as well, that one's dead. And then let's go and kill this guy as well. And just remember, I don't have adrenaline on, so I'm not actually getting the benefit of having adrenaline or even gun fu. And we are taking these Mylarks out with a lot of ease. So there you go. There's another one gone. And then also let's try and get the Mylar Queen out there. So let's go and get her awake. And is she gonna jump up? There she is. Awesome. How are you getting on, Mylar Queen? Level 100. And look at what we're doing. Look at that damage. Look at that damage that we're doing. Now, obviously, look, I know compared to other weapons, yes, you'd be able to take her out a lot quicker than usual, but just look at the damage on that. Look how awesome that is. Just compared to what this weapon was like back in 2018, I mean, it's just such a huge difference. And again, look, both of these weapons, they have the poison mod on. We also have the exact same modifications on both weapons, just one is bloodied and one is two-shot, but just look at how powerful that is. So good. Right, let's go and test the two-shot variant out real quick over on another Mylar Queen, and let's see exactly what that is like. So let's go. Now we're over here down at Quarry 3, and we're going to take out a couple of Mirelurks. There you go. That's the this is the two-shot plus 50% critical damage. And there you go, he is dead as well. And then let's try and get the Mylar Queen out of the pond here, see if she's going to actually... Oh, she's already awake. There you go. And she's level 100. Now, I'm going to try a couple of shots to the head here just to see exactly what that is like. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Now, we don't want her to actually corner us. So let's actually try and get a few shots in there on the leg. And as you can see there, there's the sneak attack coming in as well. And she is dead. Oh, and she actually got me with her poison damage there as well. But look how quick that was. I mean, as I've said already, I've said it here before. I mean, back in the day, that just would not have been possible. And that's with the two-shot effect. It is just so good. All right, let's go and test this out on more enemies. Let's go. Now we're down here at Fissureside Prime, and we have a Scorch Beast that is going to land. So let's go and see exactly what it's like on a Scorch Beast. And as you can see, even with the crit shots that I'm getting in there, we are absolutely taking this enemy out. There we go. Oh, hang on, need to reload, and we'll try and get him in the air as well. Don't worry, we can still get him. Look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. Look how quick that is. Oh, we've got a ton of Mirelurks here as well. Try and get rid of these. We'll try a few shots outside of VATS. Even outside of VATS, it's still really good. I mean, look at that. Like, obviously it is better in VATS with the combinations of effects and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and I got smacked in the back of the head by a Mylar Queen. Excuse me. That was very rude. Well, look, we already tested it out on a couple of Mylar Queens. Anyway, let's go and test the two-shot variant out on a couple more enemies. So let's go. So we're down over here at Pylon V13. We've got a couple of Gulpers. This is the two-shot variant, level 60 Gulpers here. As you can see, we're just taking those out with ease. And then there is the Super Mutant Behemoth. So let's go and see what it's like on him. And let's see exactly how quick we can take him down. So a couple of shots to the head. And as you can see, pretty much, it's actually a lot quicker than the bloodied variant. I mean, level 100 that we have here, and then we had another level 100 down at the other the pond that we find the other Super Mutant Behemoth at, and pretty much the exact same thing. You know, like the bloodied variant, yeah, it was quick, but this is a lot quicker with the two-shot. I mean, look at that, level 100 Super Mutants. Like, I know he's level 75, but hey, look, it is what it is. And then obviously, look, you can see the difference here when we go over to these enemies. There we go, we got a couple there, and then we got a legendary Hound, and he is dead as well, I believe. And he is also dead because we got the poison over time effect kicking in. We got him. Did that Super Mutant Hound die? No, it didn't. I missed my shots in VATS. I think he died. Did he? He keeps on running away. Stop running away. Take your punishment. Take your oh no, there he goes. There he goes. The poison damage over time kicked in finally. Oh, and there you go. Invaders from Beyond is up. So there you go, folks. Make sure if you're taking part in that, hopefully you'll get the mods for this weapon. And there you go. There's another level 100. A couple of VAT shots to the head. 133 damage there. I mean, it just speaks for itself. It is a very powerful pistol to use. I mean, compared to some of the pistols that are out there, like, I know we only really have a few when it comes to the category of pistols, but honestly, I think this is probably one of the top tier weapons when it comes to the pistol category. I know there's people probably going there saying, what are you talking about? But I think from the demonstrations, I think I've demonstrated that it is. I think I've demonstrated that this is a very powerful pistol to use. So if you can get your hands on these mods, and also as well the particular legendary effects, definitely make sure to do so. Alrighty, so what we'll do is we'll hop on over to our full health build, and we'll go and test this out on a few enemies. So let's go. Now we are back and we are spec'd into our full health build, and what I've actually done is I've actually swapped out the bloodied modification for the anti-armor version, just so we can actually benefit from that from our full health demonstration. And because also as well we do want to test out the two-shot, so I've swapped out bloodied for anti anti-armor just for this particular thing. So we're down over here at the pond again to say hello to this super mutant. I mean, he was alive just even a few moments ago, but he's back again. He is back again for more punishment. So this is the anti-armor plus 50% critical damage. So let's go and see what this is like. So as you can see, it's still very, very powerful, and that is with the anti-armor version. I just need to quickly reload here, and there we go. So there is a little bit of a difference when it comes to obviously full health and low health. Obviously with low health you will get the boost in damage from your mutations and obviously nerd rage and things like that, so there will be a little bit of a damage drop off, as you can even see there. Like, that is the difference. Like, I mean, we were getting roughly about 50 poison damage while at low health. I think it was what, maybe 100 and something energy damage, but you can see there we're getting 29 poison and 52 energy, and then 287 poison damage over time. But it's still very, very powerful while at full health. So let's go and test it out on a Mirelurk Queen and see exactly what it's like. So let's go. Now back down at Sunrise Fields, check out this Mirelurk. He is dead. He is level 60 and he's gone. We'll take out that Blood Eagle there, level 75. That is gone as well. Let's take out this Mirelurk, shoot it in the head, and it's gone as well. And there should be a Mirelurk King. There he is. There he is. I mean, oh, come back here, you. Come back. Take your punishment. And even outside of VATS as well, like, it's still really, really good. I know he's getting a very close and personal with us here, but yeah, let me look at that. Just look how quick that is. Like, again, look, I know there is obviously more powerful weapons out there, but for a pistol build, this is definitely one of the best, if not the best pistol out there at the moment. Look, prove me wrong below in the comments. Again, let me know if you think there's anything that is more powerful, but this is just a lot of fun. I mean, look at that. Look how quickly we've taken that Mirelurk King out. And I mean, I know obviously the benefit of full health is you don't really have to worry, you know, you can take a lot of hits and stuff like that, but hey, look, it's definitely worth it, especially when it comes to this weapon. But we're here for the Mirelurk Queen, so let's get her out of the water and see how she is. So remember, this is the anti-armor version. Let's check it out and see what it's like against her legs. A little bit different. Yeah, definitely a little bit different. You can see there, especially like even in the damage numbers, and then also in her health bar as well. Again, just waiting for my VATS to kick back in, and then there we go, my AP bar, just waiting for that to come back up in again. But obviously, you know, the difference is that with low health we are going to be doing a lot more damage, and we're going to be able to, you know, spend less time in VATS and be able to use a little bit more AP and stuff like that. So I mean, even look at that there. I mean, it's still really, really powerful. Again, yeah, the Bloody would have taken her down quicker, but yeah, still very, very powerful while at full health. Alrighty, let's go and test out the two-shot variant. Let's go and smack a few Scorch Beasts and Super Mutants. Let's go. Now, here we are down at one of the Fisher sites. As you can see with the two-shot variant, we are getting 16/2 poison damage, 29/2 energy, and 322 poison damage over time, so over 7 seconds, and that's with the two-shot effect. So let's go and see what that is like against these guys. As you can see, yeah, definitely doing a lot of damage. Now this is a legendary Scorch Beast, so let's try and see if we can get that Scorch Beast down. Do you know what I'll also do? I'll also stick on some slice of birthday cake, pop in some company tea, and we'll pop in some canned coffee there just to help out our AP usage and stuff like that, so we can actually spend a little more time in VATS. Again, look, if you want to modify the build so you can obviously maximize your VATS usage and your AP regeneration and things like that, by all means go ahead and do so. But as you can see, we're definitely doing a lot of good damage with this. But it would be nice if we can actually get this Scorch Beast to land here. I know also as well, there is also a card that you can use. I think it's Modern Renegade. I'm nearly sure. Do I actually have that equipped? I'm nearly sure there is one that you can actually pop on, and that will actually help with crippling limbs and things like that. Is it here somewhere? Yeah, Modern Renegade. So pistols gain 50% hip fire accuracy and a 4% chance to cripple a limb. So that might actually be a good one to actually pop on, especially when you're going up against Scorch Beasts, just so you can actually get them to land. There you go. That is a Scorched Gun. We'll get him, and then we're just going to wait for this. Oh, there he is. There he is. I couldn't actually see where he was. So yeah, that's the two-shot on the Scorch Beast. It's still doing damage. I will say that, but obviously compared to low health, we were actually getting a lot more shots in there. compared to the 2-shot. But let's see if he will actually land. And you know what I'll do is I'll just clip to when he actually lands. That's what I'll do. And he is finally landing. Here we go. So let's go and shoot him in the face and see exactly what this is like. As you can see, there we go. It's still doing some good damage. We're getting, what, 219 or something like that off one of those crit shots there. Let's see if we can finish him off. Come on, come on. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit of server lag there as well. That didn't really help out matters. But we're getting him. And this is also as well the fact that he is legendary, so he is a little bit more tankier. It would actually be better maybe going for anti-armor in this particular situation, but at least we are getting him down compared to other things. But let's see if he'll actually come back here. Come on. You're not that cooperative today, are you? Oh, is he gonna land again? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, wait, we can get him in the air. That's what we'll do. We'll get him in the air. He is gonna die. He's finally going to die. Don't worry, we will get him. He will finally go down. It would probably be better going for anti-armor, but I'm sticking with the 2-shot because it's still very good. Come on, come on. He's almost dead. Let's get him. Come on, come back here. Let me VATS you. We just need to get 1 or 2 shots in there. Go on, there you go. And he is dead. Hey, finally. Hey. So there you go. That's what it's like against Scorch Beasts while at full health. Right, let's go and check out some Super Mutants. Let's go. Now we're over here at West Tech, so let's go try out some Super Mutants. As you can see, they're a little bit more easier to take down, but I think it's obviously good to see, like, especially at full health. Like, I know it did take a while to take that Scorch Beast down, but it's good to see that this is still somewhat viable if you are a pistol build, you know? Like, I mean, if you are a pistol build and you're looking for particular weapons that you want to use while at full health, I mean, at least this can actually show that you still can use this. Going up against tankier enemies, yeah, maybe not the best thing in the world while at full health. But again, being a low health will obviously give you that bonus damage and stuff. But you can see here, like, we're getting through these Super Mutants quite quick. I mean, there you go, level 75s. There should be a level 100 here. There we go, there's a level 100. Let's actually quickly reload and see what it's like. And then a few VATS crits, and there you go. And then eventually the poisoned, yeah, there you go, just kicked in there now as well. And there's the level 60. And then finally, there should be one more. Is it just that one? Just the turret. And then there's the turret. All right, let's go and test out the anti-armor real quick on a few Super Mutants. Now, here we go. We're inside West Tech. We're going to try out a few anti-armor versions. I don't know why that actually happened there. The wall just sent me flying backwards. I don't know what that was. But as you can see there, it's a little bit better than the 2-shot, just while at full health. There's against a level 100, and then eventually he should die. Is he going to die? No? Okay, there we go. He's now finally dead. All right, here's a few more in here. Level 75. He is gone as well. And then finally, there we go, level 75. We'll try and see if we can find another level 100. I'm pretty sure there's a level 100 up here. And oh, there's level 100. There you go. Level 100 gone pretty quickly. Level 60. And then there's usually a level 100 up here. So let's just hop up on top of this little thing here. Go up these stairs into this office. Level 75 and level 100. So there you go. I think, to be honest, I'd say if you are going to go full health, as I actually already stated, I think it's probably better if you do switch over to the likes of anti-armor. 2-shot is still very viable, I think, at full health. It is still very, very viable. But I think just for, you know, to make up the armor penetration and just kind of what you're losing out on in comparison to low health, I think anti-armor is probably the better way to go. But as you can see, very, very fun pistol to use, very, very powerful in terms of its category. So definitely make sure, don't sleep on this weapon. If you have this weapon and if you have the opportunity to invest it into resources for this, then 100% do it. Believe me, like I've always said to people, look, when it comes to certain weapons, you know, if it's worth your time to invest into it, and I've been brutally honest about it, but this one, definitely, if you have the opportunity, if you've got any spare legendary modules that you're trying to figure out to use and you don't know what to use them on, well, here you go. Here's a reason why. The Alien Blaster. It is definitely worth it. All right, so let us wrap up today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and hopefully you learned a lot from today's video. And this will actually be the last one in terms of all of our alien weaponry that we have available in the game. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the last couple of videos with the Alien Disintegrator, the Electro Enforcer, and then lastly here, the Alien Blaster. So let's do it, folks. Let's wrap this up. Let's go. However, that's everything for today. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments on the Alien Blaster and which mods and legendary effects you prefer to use. As always, if you found today's video informative, consider giving the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel so you never miss out on future videos. To our channel members and subscribers, thank you for your continued support and helping the channel to grow. If you're picking up anything over on the Bethesda Gear store and you'd like to support the channel, you can use my creator code BT76Zeton until November 19th to receive 20% off your entire purchase. Until next time, stay safe out there in the wasteland, welcome to Vault 93, and I'll catch you all in the next video.